Hey, Stewart Star students and family, this is Miss Hum. I wanted to do an introduction video to show you how to navigate through Schoology. I know that this is all a new learning platform, or some of you have already actually had some experience. I believe some of you fifth graders have been using this for quite some time now. So no new news for you here, but new in that we're going to be accessing your speech and language activities here to make sure that you're still getting that support. So here's a folder for fifth grade only. You're going to click into this folder, and I know that you guys are pretty computer savvy, so I'm not going to go through in too much detail, but just to kind of give you an idea. Each folder is labeled language or speech with the specific sounds if you have a speech sound and the student's initials, first and last name. So I'm going to go into the first file here. This is week 1 for LM, and you're going to do a language task, and it's going to be a PowerPoint that I actually created. So you're going to look at the instructions. You're going to open it up, and it is using EET. So just bear with me here. When you get this open, you're going to want to go to this icon here that says slideshow, and you're going to put it into a slideshow form. So this is for my student, oopsies. We're going to use this EET tool to describe the months. So moving forward here, green group, what does it stand for? It stands for the category or group. So we're going to compare January and February and what months are they in. Blue do, what does it do? What do you do with it? So let's compare January and February. Each have holidays. One has New Year's, the other one has President's Day and Valentine's Day. They both are in the season of winter. If you're in the north or places where it snows, it's cooler, in which case you can make some snowballs, snow angels, build snow forts, make tracks in the snow, outdoor sports that involve snow, including sledding, boarding, and skiing and ice skating. The weather makes the animals hibernate. And I'm going to click to the next one. What does it look like? You're looking at what it sees. So I know you live in Florida, it's a little bit harder to imagine, but think about how it is. And there is a difference between winter and summer here in Florida, even though we don't see the physical snow. But here I just wanted to give you an actual examples. So the trees are bare and the grass is covered with snow in both months. It looks cold. Again, New Year's looks like people celebrating with parties. They have hats and decorations. Valentine's Day, it looks like red, white, hearts, cards, and celebrations. Oh, and I forgot chocolate. President's Day, it looks like schools are closed. What is it made of? Well, January and February are comprised of 31 days. February is 28 days, except for a leap year being 2020. We had 29 days in the year. New Year's and Martin Luther King Day. It's made up of its holidays of Valentine's Day and President's Day in February, and both is made up of cooler weather or cold weather. Pink parts, what parts does it have? So we're looking at, it has days, it has weeks, oopsies. Oh no, I went too far, sorry. It's part of the calendar. It has fireworks and parties in January. There's snow on the ground and trees. Same over here, part of the calendar. It's red, white, has snow on the ground, no leaves on the trees. Where would you see it? Well, I see it at the beginning of the year and it's on a calendar. You could also maybe put your birthday if your birthday is in either of those months. January, what else do I know? So the orange with the question mark in it is where you would share any additional information that was not shared on the previous slides. So I already talked about some things, but I put it into different detail. So for instance, January is the first month of the year. I didn't say that before. I said it was a month and I said it was in a calendar, but I didn't say it was the first month. You could say it's the second month of the year. In Florida, January does not have snow, but it feels cooler. In February, we eat chocolate, give cards and flowers to celebrate Valentine's Day. We begin a new semester of school in January. Every 4 years, February has a leap year and 29 days in a month. So I kind of explain that on the other one. And that's okay if you have some same information because that will overlap. We can do sports like skiing, ice skating, and fishing, and sledding. It's cool in February if you're here in Florida and colder if you're up north. We can drink hot chocolate, light fires in our fireplace, and we can do outdoor sports like skiing, sledding, and ice fishing and skating in February. And the Winter Olympics happen in this month, which I think actually they happen in February, so that might be an error on my part. So now it's your turn to do March and April. And here are some vocabulary words that you can incorporate while you're brainstorming. Your instructions is to add your information. Click Enable Editing at the top of this format. Be sure to think about each color dot and fill it in as much as you can. You must have at least 2 to 3 details per color dot. It's okay if you type the same thing again in more than one box, but try not to make every single one the exact same thing. I do want you to type in sentences, and once you finish comparing, you're going to click Save As, include your name and grade, and add your assignment to submit. And actually, not your name, just your first and last initial. So same format, you're going to be able to compare March and April, and you're going to be able to type it in and edit it. So I'm going to close out of this, and I'm going to go back up to 5th grade. And for this part, you're going to watch your video on how to say your R sounds. And then in your speech folder, because you need to do both, you will have folders that are broken into weeks. So week 1 is this week, and again, that's your R video. And this assignment you're going to be doing is your tongue twisters with your R sounds. So these are your articulation context clue R blends. You're going to download it in the bottom left corner and open it up, and you're going to read the words in the sentence with your best R sound. So after winning the swim competition, Michael could tell that his dad's face that he was proud of him. Proud. What's another word for proud? Being brave or a shining star. So he was proud of him. He was brave. He was strong. The cranky old man was always yelling at the kids to get out of his yard. He always seemed annoyed. So cranky. What's another word for cranky? I'm thinking it's probably going to be grumpy. Okay, so and so on. So there are 8 cards for you to read and practice on your own, thinking always about slowing your speech down and thinking about your R sounds. I'm going to close that out. And then your next one is your R's in the middle of the words. So here you're going to practice your R sounds. The artist was talented in both drawing and making music. Sledding in the Arctic might be fun, but cold. So Arctic we know is a northern area of the hemisphere. Artist. We can use another word for artist, or we could say entertainer would be another word. So those are some cards I want you to practice and also learn some new words or practice some already words that you knew or had heard but didn't really know the meaning of. I want to go back to the 5th grade folder, and you're going to click into here for my students that have the initials LT and GL. So week 1, your folder, you have an activity. Your activity is to watch the video with the S sounds. So you guys are like near on getting to the point of graduating from speech therapy. The biggest thing that we've talked about all through the semester is being able to carry over that sound awareness and hearing your sounds and correcting them when you're talking to your friends, family, you're reading out loud, you're playing, or just sharing information. So today's sounds, you're going to work on your Z tongue twisters. And I'm going to have an attachment here, which I'm not sure why it's not on here, but by the time you upload, it will be here. And then you're going to actually record yourself. So on your submission of your assignment, you're going to have an icon that says audio and audio video. I want you to do audio video if your computer has a camera. And then you're going to save it as week 1 with your initials and your first and last name. Okay, so those are your activities for this week. LT and GL, I will have some sounds for you, and they will be Z sounds, and they will be similar to the previous cards that I did on the R sounds. So I hope that you guys are all well, healthy, washing your hands, and safe. I will hope to see you guys in the classroom sooner than later. In the meantime, take care. Bye.